In this episode, scientists have recreated an iconic Pink Floyd song by scanning listeners' brains. But before we get into that, did you know that Checkers and Rally's restaurants have launched the first Spanish ordering system that uses AI? Checkers restaurants announced the system, which is from a company called Hi Auto and is already in use at 350 of those restaurants, following 2 months of beta testing at 5 locations. The service allows for a more inclusive environment by accommodating Spanish speakers, the company said, but it remains to be seen whether customers or employees will embrace it. The system takes orders via a virtual assistant and detects the customer's language spoken, automatically switching between English and Spanish. Hi Auto says it has unique customization capabilities that let franchises easily scale the system up. The company promises to streamline ordering with a greater than 95% order accuracy rate. AI drive-through order taking is a unique challenge, however, thanks to an environment that tends to be noisy and chaotic. You may think driving by and speaking into a drive-through is an easy problem for AI, but it's actually one of the hardest, Google Cloud CEO Thomas Kurian recently told the Wall Street Journal in reference to the company's recent collaboration with Wendy's. And the tech isn't necessarily reliable either. The Wall Street Journal reported that 3 people out of 10 using AI systems asked to speak with a human employee due to errors or the desire to speak to a person. Hi Auto is up against some giants as well. One of the first companies to look at the tech was McDonald's, which teamed up with IBM to accelerate its own AI ordering systems and started testing them in 10 Chicago area restaurants last year. It's also competing with Google Cloud, which is testing its systems at White Castle on top of Wendy's. For the latest AI tech updates, head to Engadget.com. You know when a certain song comes on and it encompasses your whole being for a few minutes? Music has a way of causing a unique and engaging stimulation in your brain, one that scientists are working to understand and mimic. Such was the case in a recent study published in PLOS Biology, in which researchers successfully implemented technology that recreated Pink Floyd's Another Brick in the Wall Part 1 solely using brain activity. It utilized a technique known as stimulus reconstruction and built on previous innovations, allowing researchers to recreate a song akin to the one a person had heard. The 29 participants had pharmacoresistant epilepsy and intracranial grids or strips of electrodes, which had been surgically implanted to aid in their treatment. Researchers utilized these electrodes to record activity across multiple auditory regions of the individual's brains that process aspects of music like lyrics and harmony, while the participants actively listened to Another Brick in the Wall Part 1. The entirety of the recordings took place at Albany Medical Center in upstate New York. Scientists used AI to analyze, then create a copy of the words and sounds participants had heard. Though the final product was quite muffled, but the song is clear to anyone listening, so you can check it out for yourself. The researchers are also confident that they could increase its quality in future attempts. The listening experience primarily engaged the right side of participants' brains, mostly in the superior temporal gyrus, and especially when absorbing unique music. There was also a small level of stimulation in the left side of the brain. Researchers further found that a point in the brain's temporal lobe ignited when the 16th notes of the rhythm guitar played while the song played at 99 beats per minute. The finding could provide more insight into the part that area plays in processing rhythm. It could also aid in restoring people who have lost their speech ability through conditions like amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS. Instead of creating a monotone, almost robot-like response, better understanding the way a brain processes and responds to music might lead to more fluid prosthetics for speech. Thanks for listening to the show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Today's show featured journalism by contributors Mariella Moon and Sarah Fielding and was produced by Spoken Layer. I'm Imran Sheikh, and we'll talk more tomorrow.
Spoken Layer.